Alright, everyone. Take number, Lord knows how much. I'll be right back in BeamNG if you give me a moment. And we will see if the stream will finally work. If the old driver version that worked flawlessly before doesn't fix the issue, then I have no idea. You see, might be saying, oh yeah, I mean, you only have a 6600 XT, you don't have a 6900 XT, you don't have a like 38, like a 3090 Ti or a 4090, and you know, you've got more mid-range hardware. Yeah, sure, okay. If it was already bad before, I would understand that. I could then sort of brute force upgrade the GPU or whatever. But the point being, it worked before, right? So the hardware is capable of it. So now let's hang on. Let's notify everyone once again. Let's see if people can join. Now what I see in the preview already looks promising, so let's hope that holds up. Okay, still looks actually pretty damn good. Now, this is as I mentioned, a driver version from like, I think start of February, maybe end of January, that I just installed and that I had used before and it always worked. And it seems to be doing the job yet again. Now the thing is, as games get updated, and as Windows gets updated, eventually support for this driver version is going to run out. And so I think I'm actually going to report this to AMD because I haven't installed every single driver version that came out since this older one, but I've installed at least 4 or 5 different ones over the past months, apart from this one. And every single time I've had a different driver installed other than this one, I've had issues streaming. So, but this seems to indicate to me is that either every driver since the last 10 months or every driver starting at some version during the course of these 10 months. Oh my god. So maybe every driver since, I don't know, May or whatever, has issues with streaming in OBS now. It baffles me that it's still not fixed, because I can't be the only one with an AMD graphics card streaming with OBS. Right? Surely there's more people than just me. Alright, just pinging people just to let them know it's actually working now. I will give me a moment here. I'll see if anyone is actually gonna join. So we will do another practice run. Hello, why can't I see the chat? Okay, there we go. Hi, Grid Ghost. Thanks for being patient with me and for tuning in once again. At least from what I see in the preview, the stream looks actually pretty good now. Can you confirm that? Oh, thank God. I mean, as I said, this is a driver version from like February. And whenever I, like in the last 10 months or so, I've noticed that whenever I update the driver from this to another version, now granted I haven't tried every single version that came out since, but whenever I updated it from this one to a different version, I had issues streaming, so I always had to revert back to this one, and I think I'm gonna actually write AMD about this. The baffling thing is that surely I can't be the only one that's streaming with an AMD graphics card via OBS, right? So surely other people have experienced this and not just me. And so no idea why they still haven't fixed it. If this really is an issue that started in, you know, I don't know, even if it started in like March or something. .203.6. I think that's the fastest I've ever been around here in this car. So see, at least the whole experimenting and trying different settings and figuring this out has had one good side effect, namely more practice around this track. You always gotta find the silver lining. Like if you figure it out in the end, you always gotta look at the silver lining, right? And sure, I could maybe brake later here or there. Kind of missed the apex there and could have gone on the throttle a little bit sooner, but still, I mean, this is far better than what than how I was driving here, like, well, yesterday, I guess. Beautiful exit from that corner. 203.5. Alright, that'll set us up. Let's get started with the actual competitors, starting with the Durandal Cassowary. Now, this car, I feel like, I don't know if it's gonna be good around here, because it is very fast in a straight line, and this track does have quite a few straights. And the handling in low speed corners, of which this track also has some, is actually not bad. The part where this doesn't excel is for one under high speed braking, like right here. And of course also in high speed cornering. Like here it was just kind of washing wide a little bit due to the lack of front downforce. A bit of a drift on the entry there. Brake early with this one. Still a bit too late. Gotta brake early on next lap. Like I always gotta get used to the brakes in this. They are like markedly worse than in all other cars. Which again I think is not really the brakes, it's probably just the lack of downforce comparatively speaking. Now the big question, can we go flat from here? Yes we can, easily. I'll brake early. Okay, that was about right. Let's try and get this right here. Alrighty. Good traction through the corner. No drifting this time here. Brake earlier than last lap. So about here. That was too early, but still. Come on, V12, go, 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 up the hill. And he's trying to exit nicely here. 1.2 seconds behind the last lap. That's terrible. Yeah, this is far worse than the last lap. So I guess the best lap was the first flying lap at a 2:06.551. So I just entered that in a spreadsheet and we will move on to the next car. Next up is the F&S Macro GT500. Now I gotta be aware that with this I can brake later than with the car we just drove. In fact, the brakes on this are pretty much on par with all other cars except maybe Kenjiro's. But I gotta be sort of slow in and then fast out with the way that I approach the corners here. It's not really how you do that, but gotta be gentle on the way in and then kind of fire out. This does have a little bit of mid-corner understeer, so that's why you gotta be a little bit patient with it on entry and mid-corner. But it actually puts the power down quite well. And once you get it sorted and actually get out of the corner, it's pretty quick. Let's see if we can go flat through here. Oh yeah, easy. Don't know if that actually made us faster, that little cut there. A little bit late on the brakes there, still made it round in one piece though. Late on the brakes there. It does hook up nicely out of the corners though, I gotta give credit where credit is due. Hey Teacup. No problem. Thanks to the convenience of the third display, I entered the time for the first car into the spreadsheet myself, but it is still a little bit, you know, I gotta click out of the game and then make it full screen again, and then that plays the Windows sound for everyone, so that's a little bit annoying still. So if you could, I see you're already on the spreadsheet, so that would be nice. And 206.359. Hey Kekit, how's it going? The stream is finally working. 206.359 was the time for the FNS. Next up we have the Aeon by Noodle. This is probably the best looking car, either this or the one from Kenshiro. My English is not the yellow from the egg. This only German people will understand that joke. Only German people will know what that means. Oh, I could have braked way later in this. And we get to do it again. It means, well, if you were to translate it, you know, in meaning and not, you know, word by word, then he's basically saying my English is not that good. Oh, really? Deflated the tire again? Gotta watch out a little bit more with the curbs then, I guess, on this car. A bit of braking oversteer there. A little bit of power oversteer there. don't remember having a lot of issues with oversteer on the automation track with this. So the grip level seems to be different here than what it was on the automation track. A bit early on the brakes there. There I thought I was late on the brakes, but it was actually just about right. Second flying lap. Come on, Aeon. A little bit of a cleaner lap this time, hopefully. A bit of power oversteer there, but we're good. Pretty good there. A bit faster than last lap so far. Don't know if that was good or bad right there. Apparently it was good. 205.128 is the time for the Aeon. That was actually a fairly solid lap, I think. I think it was fairly clean here. Though, yeah, I mean it's over 1 second faster than the FNS was, but still about 1.5 seconds slower than what I did in my own car. Keep in mind, as always, I have more practice with my car than with the other cars. Nonetheless, next up we have the HFF Black Widow by Adderall. So this and the Aeon have been going back and forth pretty much this entire season, so this will be an interesting battle to see who comes out on top this time. The torque from this twin turbo V6, or the better drivability, and I wouldn't even say better handling from the Aeon, because to be fair, both of these drive absolutely beautifully. By the way, everyone, if you're enjoying the stream, please leave a like. Helps out the channel a lot. Can't read the long message right now. Yeah, camber changes through the road, through the corner definitely affect handling for sure. This wasn't a great lap, so let's try and do better in this next lap. A little bit drifty there. But then again, you gotta remember this thing has over 800 Newton meters of torque. Ambushing the rear axle as soon as you step on the throttle. Crazy torque. And as good as the power curve looks on paper, I think it works against this car sometimes. When you just want to gradually feed the power in and put the power down, it just can't because there's too much of it. This is better than last lap though. A little bit of a wiggle, but we're still gonna finish in 204.596. Now that's a pretty substantial lead over the Aeon. About 0.6 of a second almost. Well, a little bit over half a second actually. Still, very good result there for the HFF. And so it will maintain its 4th place overall for now. Now we get back into the top 3 though, starting with the Scarab THRS. Alright, I was trying to brake about as late as with the HFF, but that was a bit too late for this car. But not because the brakes aren't good, but because we were just going a little bit faster on the straight there. So obviously faster speed, you need more space to brake. I am definitely noticing some understeer through this chicane though. And through here as well. I mean, in the real world, obviously race teams are able to adjust the car between races, so like you can set it up one way for track number one and then change the suspension setup for the next track, whereas here obviously that's not the case. So I guess maybe this just isn't this isn't set up as well around here as it is set up for the other tracks we've seen so far. Still fast though. Let's brake about here. That, however, was too early. Ah, come on. Now I damaged the tire. Don't worry. Don't worry about your English, mate. It's fine. Well, this lap is not as fast as or at least until here, as the previous one was. Whoa. Now it's definitely gonna be slower. But yeah, practice lap TM. Now let's get into the real lap. Starting off with some pretty significant understeer there. And there. faster than before. But still don't think this is going to be a very good lap. That's a 204.538. That's barely ahead of the HFF. Very close, actually. But still ahead. As an Englishman, I can tell you that a lot of folk from mainland Europe speak more correct English than most English people. I've noticed that too when in my couple of trips to the UK. Nothing else because you have to give me private lessons. Well, as I said, I think your English is fine. Anyway, let us get into the next car, the Placard Corsair GTA. It honestly there's a lot more for you. Yeah, I mean, could have to do with the fact that, well, for one, I don't remember it understeering that much on the previous tracks. So again, it could be the different surface here on this track, the different grip level. And of course, you also have to consider the fact that I'm using a controller. So when I'm steering, usually you have a full lock and that can quickly kind of lock up the tires a bit and artificially cause understeer. So that is factor number 2. But obviously I'm driving with a controller on all cars, so. And some cars understeer more than others. English is supported by Google Translator. Well, here's how I learned a lot of English over the years, and still do, by the way. Watch something that interests you on YouTube. That's English, from an English speaking creator, and whenever you hear a word or a phrase that you don't understand, pause the video and Google it and look up what it means. Translate it to German. Early on the brakes for that one. Yeah, and we get to do it again. Could have braked even later there. I thought I was already pretty late, but... Same there. Already thought that, okay, that's pretty late already, but could have braked even later. I'm sorry for being rather quiet here, but I'm focusing and trying to get as much performance out of this car as I can. It's not that this is hard to drive, but you know, you gotta be focused if you want to drive as fast as possible. And that'll be a 203.004. That last lap was significantly faster than the previous one, and by extension significantly faster than anything else so far. Wow, that was impressive. Let's see if Kenshiro can beat that, because this car is actually one of the slowest on the straights, and this track has quite a few straights. Now for sub 2 minutes with Kenshiro's car, I kinda doubt it actually. Managed to get better over time. Small things are fine, but would always be better. Yeah, of course you can always get better, but I think that you know, it's good practice in general to try and get a little bit better at something every day, whatever it might be, or whatever it might be. The quest for constant self-improvement, I think, is one that that will overall lead to more success in life. Not just doesn't have to be just in your job, but more success in, you know, other aspects in life. That's why I'm working out like almost every day, except if like everything's still hurting from the previous workout. Because that's one way in which you can improve yourself. It's not the only way, of course, but it's one way. And I also try and keep myself up to date in the areas that interest me, which is mainly technology at this stage, like PC and tech in general. And I'm also trying to look for more ways of educating myself in the field as well, like new courses that I can take that I can add to my CV, that can help in my job, maybe get a promotion someday. And also help me just accomplish more, you know? Be better at my job. Nice split time there on the first split. You can just brake so late with this car. And there it is. Another victory for Kenshiro. Although not as decisively as on some of the other tracks that we've seen. 202.357. Sure, that is like 6/10 faster than Teacup. But if we compare it to race number 2, which was on the... I think that was the one on the Toban Raceway, where Teacup's car in second place was 1 minute 0.1, and Kenshiro did a 59.0. So over a second on a 1 minute track is quite substantial compared to 6/10 on a 2 minute track. Anyway, that'll do us for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will stick with this driver version for whenever I'm streaming. And I will message AMD to report an issue with newer drivers in conjunction with OBS, and hope that they'll fix it in the future. Hope you guys enjoyed, and see you next time. Bye bye.